Happy Halloween weekend from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Pikachu is fired up, and so are the baristas as we get set for Patriot League football on ESPN+. Today, it's the Georgetown Hoyas taking on the number 7 Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Hello and welcome to Goodman Stadium at Lehigh University. It's all treats on the day after Halloween. Here in Bethlehem, we are in for a great matchup with last week's Patriot League Defensive Player of the Week, Tete Mose, squaring up against the Offensive Player of the Week in Hayden Johnson. Alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi, and Lance, we have a good one here between these two teams.
Yeah, exciting to see these two teams play. Lehigh, who's had the great year going far, and just Georgetown, who's been just great lately.
Well, first thing we're going to take a look at is how scary good Lehigh was on defense in the month of October. Lehigh giving up just 26 points in 3 games.
Yeah, Lehigh's been incredible. They have talent on all 3 levels of their defense, so that's really played well for them this year.
And now taking a look at the keys to the game presented by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, part of Jefferson Health. We talked about the defense, but specifically the rush defense. They rank 3rd in the nation in rush yards per game allowed, just 70 yards.
And that all starts up front with TJ Burks. Squats 700 pounds, and he just holds down that defensive line.
And the key for Georgetown has been the fourth quarter comebacks. They've had 3 of them in a row, 3 wins in a row. They just need to stay in this game.
They just have to stay in the game, like you said, and they have games like Bucknell last week where they just stay in the game until the end and make plays to win.
The 3 comebacks in a row, a Hail Mary on the final play from scrimmage against Morgan State, a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter, and then the pick 6 with 12 seconds to go from Tete Mose, the Patriot League Defensive Player of the Week, to seal the win against Bucknell.
Yeah, that was a great win for them, and it shows that you really have to play 4 quarters against Georgetown.
Well, it'll be Georgetown getting the ball first. Lehigh won the toss and deferred. Connor Poole will kick it away.
Yeah, I think Lehigh feels very comfortable starting on defense with how well they've played so far this year.
Hassan Mahassan back deep to receive. And this one will go over his head into the end zone. It'll be a touchback to get things started here for the Hoyas.
Especially interested to see how the special teams are for Lehigh as well, because they had some challenges earlier in the season.
They struggled early this season. They have rebounded pretty well.
And they have that thunder and lightning combination of Yoder and Green running the ball, which is going to be interesting to see.
Now we'll take a look at that when Lehigh gets the ball. But for Georgetown, the story has been quarterback. Danny Lauder started the year at quarterback. Played the first 3 games. He has been out since. Des Thomas II, the backup, the senior, has come in, struggled at first, but he's gotten things going of late as he misses that pass to start things out. Then he'll bring up 2nd and 10. You look at Des Thomas. First start came against Brown. They lose 46-0. A little bit better the next week. They lose at Columbia 19-10. Since then, though, 3 straight wins. Has led some drives in the fourth quarter to win games. There's a look at his numbers. They don't look amazing, but it's getting better every week. Handoff goes to Savion Hart up the middle, and Hart gets it past the 30 where he's taken down.
Yeah, with Thomas, he's just going to get better and better each game. I mean, he needs that experience to learn what the fast-paced game of college football is.
Mason Moore, Nick Peltekian coming in to make the tackle from the safety spot there. We'll bring up 3rd down here. 3rd and 3. Thomas back to throw on 3rd down, fires far side. It is incomplete. The receiver fell down, and that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Hoyas.
Yeah, it looks like the receiver kind of lost his footing when he broke his route off. Great coverage, though. DJ Brown was right there, Makai Smith over top.
So now on to punt is the punter, Josh Leff, redshirt junior, transfer from SMU. And back to receive for Lehigh is Nick Peltekian, who was hurt to start the year. Took him a while to get back to returning punts. Returned his first 3 last week. Makes the catch at the 28, and Peltekian shakes free. It's a good return as he's pushed down at the 40.
Nice return by Peltekian. He's been injured a bunch this year, so I'm sure he's just trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, only 3 returns on the season. They all came last week, but 3 returns for 44 yards, whereas Jeffrey Jamil had 9 returns for just 45. So you can see that Peltekian brings something different to that return game. Talking about bringing something different, you see the running Hawks, Jaden Green, Luke Yoder, they've been phenomenal this season.
Yeah, they've been definitely that thunder and lightning combination, and I love the way they mix them up.
Hayden Johnson fakes the handoff. He's going to throw on first down, and he's got his tight end Marenka, the game captain, getting the ball on first down and gets 10 yards to move the sticks. And just like that, Lehigh into Georgetown territory.
Great job, a little play action. I think it's something easy to get Johnson in the flow, and he can just get in a nice zone for the game.
Look at Hayden Johnson's stats. He is taking a backseat to the running backs so often this season, but last week exploded for 267 yards through the air, and you see the stats there, 12 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. All 3 of those came in the first 2 weeks. Handoff to Yoder. No, he's going to keep it. It was a good fake from Johnson, but Georgetown not fooled. Pickup of 1 on first down to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, they went a little bit RPO on that play, and the defense was well schooled and ready for that play.
Second and 9 now. It is still Yoder in the game at running back for Lehigh on this opening drive, and he will get the ball here on 2nd and 9, and he's taken down in the backfield. Georgetown all over it.
Ball's carried by number 6, Luke Yoder.
Yeah, that was just a great job by the Georgetown defensive line. They got a lot of penetration, a lot of missed blocks by the Lehigh offensive line on that play.
That was Chigozie O.G. Evans, the junior from the United Kingdom, somebody who head coach Rob Scarlett is really excited about. Said he's coming into his own. He didn't really play a lot of football growing up, just played a couple of years in high school, and here he is at Georgetown his junior season making an impact. 3rd and long, Johnson steps up, fires, he's got his man. First down for Lehigh is Anthony Feaster, the first year, makes the catch. Feaster's been getting more and more involved in this offense.
Great job again by Johnson. He stayed very comfortable, bought some time in the pocket, and hit Feaster as he was running the out route.
7th catch of the year for Feaster.
I think it's important to get Johnson in a groove early for Lehigh.
1st and 10 from the Georgetown 33. Play fake on first down. Johnson looking deep, hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Some pressure getting to Johnson that time.
Yes, Georgetown was able, they ran a play action play there, and Georgetown was able to get some pressure. He didn't have his first 2 reads, so Johnson had to hold on to the ball.
It was Cooper Blomstrom applying the pressure, and you're going to hear that name again. All-Patriot League second teamer last year. Coming off that edge wearing number 58. Rob Scarlett calls him an absolute savage. 2nd and 10, Johnson to the air again, and he overthrows Jamil that time to bring up 3rd and 10.
Johnson's pass falls incomplete, intended for number 9.
Yeah, if you're looking at this, Johnson gets back. He's just a little off on his throw. It sails a little bit high. Jamil is wide open if he puts that on his body, but it sailed a little bit on Johnson.
Jamil, the go-to guy for Lehigh this season, ranked 6th in the nation in receiving yards.
Yes, Jamil is a stud. He's having a great season.
47 catches, 724 yards through 8 games. Johnson on 3rd down. Scanning, looking out wide, and he's got his man. Tavino stays in bounds and picks up the first. Oh, now they're going to mark him short.
Yeah, it looks like about 1.5 yards short. I guess he must have stepped out.
Here's another look. Here's a replay.
Throws the out. Plants his feet. Yeah,
ooh, it's close.
It's close. It's close. If I'm looking at the chunks of dirt, it looks like he's actually inbounds.
Well, it's going to be Nick Carrito who comes on. to attempt the field goal. No. A little bit of trickery here from Kevin Cahill's offense on 4th and 2. Matt Mahalik lining up under center. Mahalik going to run right up the middle, and he picks it up. First down, Lehigh.
Wow, that was an interesting play by Lehigh. They lined up for the field goal, adjusted, waited to see what the Georgetown defense gave them, and Mahalik came under and got the first down.
Lance, I've already lied to the viewers. I said it was going to be all treats, a little bit of a trick on the day after Halloween.
Marco, we're being surprised today.
1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion from Mahalik. Hand off to Yoder, shakes off one tackle, and Yoder just pile drives forward to the 15, pick of the 6, and Lehigh is into the red zone.
Yeah, and that's what you're used to seeing from Luke Yoder. He's a north-south running back. When I said earlier, the thunder and lightning combination, he's the thunder.
Number 95, John Carmenco.
He certainly is. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 now. Lehigh this year in the red zone, they rank 10th in the nation in red zone offense. Score touchdowns 68% of the time. Jaden Green in at running back here on 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Green up the middle. Breaks one tackle, and Green is in for the touchdown. Lehigh on the board first. Jaden Green with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
Great job by the Lehigh offense there. Got the ball to Green. He just kind of weaved his way through the defense, and Green is the lightning of that thunder and lightning combination. He just really quick. Great running back. Offensive player of the year as a freshman.
Did a little bit of thunder work there, though.
He's strong.
Breaking that tackle, deceptively strong, Jaden Green.
Definitely strong.
Was a track star in high school, but he's got some muscle on him as well. Nick Garrido for the extra point. And Lehigh takes a 7-0 lead. 9:33 to go here in the first quarter. Follow the Patriot League on social, on Instagram, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn, all under the handle @PatriotLeague. And for more Patriot League content, follow us on TikTok @Patriot League TV. 7-0 Lehigh lead after the touchdown run from Jaden Green. 10 plays, 58 yards on the drive. Took off 4.5 minutes. Kicking it deep is Lehigh. Here's Hassan on the return, and he gets it across the 20 to about the 22, and that's where Georgetown will go to work for the second time today.
With the return.
Very important for Georgetown to establish some sort of drive. Since they've had these games where they've stayed in it every game and been in it, they've have to kind of match score for score in these situations like this.
Well, he hit a little bit on the quarterback situation in their first drive, but to get more on that, I spoke to Rob Scarlatta the other day, and he told me that, you know, things took a little time to click. As I mentioned, that first 46-0 loss to Brown, and then the loss at Columbia. So there was a lot of changes that had to be made. Danny Lauder and Des Thomas II, very different skill sets and different quarterbacks. So the playbook changed a little bit as here's a run to Savion Hart. And he's going to be tackled right at the line. No gain for the sophomore running back.
Yeah, great job by the Lehigh defense. They made the read. Tyler Ochowski, before Lehigh, was able to make the play. They're so strong up front, it's going to be tough for Georgetown.
Going back to Des Thomas, when they spoke to Rob Scarlatta, he said it's actually something they've been preparing for over the summer. Last year, towards the end of the year, they ran into a lot of injuries and they were unprepared. So this year, they had a game plan. Just took a few games for Des Thomas to get comfortable. Now he's been a lot better, not turning the ball over as much as he runs into a brick wall there. William Parton in on the tackle, as Bryson Edwards as well.
Yeah, that Lehigh defense with Bryson Edwards is having a tremendous year. Also in that play was Makai Smith, who comes up from that safety position, is having a great year as well.
So much talent on this Lehigh defense. You mentioned Bryson Edwards. Leads the team in tackles. 12th in the nation in tackles as well. He's got 65 of them coming in. 3rd and 9 after the gain of 1 from Thomas on the ground. Still looking for his first completion here of the day. Back to throw on 3rd and long. Thomas steps up, looking to run out of the pocket. Cuts upfield at the 30, stays in bounds, and Thomas has a big gain on 3rd down.
Great job by Thomas. He had nothing down the field and was able to just use his athletic ability. You see here, he's looking downfield. There's nothing there, and he's just talented enough to break tackles and get upfield and get the first down.
1st and 10 now at the Lehigh 41, or excuse me, the Georgetown 41. It's one of the things we talked about, the skill set that Thomas has. Rob Scarlatta saying that Thomas can run. Danny Lauder not so much. He said we introduced a lot more RPO into the mix. Here he is throwing on 1st down, and he's got his man, Isaiah Grimes, the tight end, making the catch. Gain of 2 or 3.
Thomas II pass is complete to number 4, Isaiah Grimes.
They like to use Isaiah Grimes a lot in the passing game. That is his 16th catch of the year.
Thomas was sitting back there and waiting for the play. Nice throw, found his check down, and Makai Smith was there to make the play.
Georgetown will use 4 tight ends in a game. They really like their tight end room, but Isaiah Grimes primarily the one who gets targeted. Burt Carroll, Max McCormick, Connor O'Neill, guys who you'll see in there to block for the most part as that pass is incomplete. Looking for Hassan Mahassan.
Yeah, they were attempting to run a rocket screen there, and the ball was just placed in a bad spot. He needs to throw that behind the line of scrimmage more. And these are the situations, being Georgetown, you don't want your quarterback in where it's 3rd and long, where they're so one-dimensional. He was able to use his athletic ability in the last one, but we'll see what happens now.
3rd and 7. Georgetown's already converted 1 3rd and long on this drive. Screen pass was deflected there by Ahoyski, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the punt team for Georgetown for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, Ahoyski made a great read there, was able to get his hands up. And again, Thomas just felt like he was a little pressed in rushing that play. When you run those screens, you got to let it develop and let the defense kind of commit.
Josh left the punter. Nick Peltekian back to receive, and a nice little return the first time. F gets this one off. It's a line drive. Peltekian fields at the 21. Peltekian spins out of a tackle, breaks out wide. Here's Peltekian across the 50, and he's out of bounds right around midfield. We've got a flag coming in on the back end of the play. We'll get that to you when we come back. 6:24 to go here in the first. Lehigh with a 7-0 lead.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, hits different.
Thanks to continued support from the Lehigh Valley, Historic Hotel Bethlehem hit the Grand Slam. Voted Best Historic Hotel by USA Today. Thank you, Lehigh Valley. We couldn't have done it without you. As 4-time national champions, we are proud to represent Bethlehem and attracting visitors from around the world. Come visit Historic Bethlehem for an authentic historic experience, boutique shopping and dining, and a visit to the Hotel B Ice Cream Parlor for a Penn State Creamery dessert.
At Lehigh, we don't just want to leave our mark on the world. We want to leave the world better than we found it. We envision possibilities and engineer solutions. We think education should be experiential and experimental. We seek out new ways to connect and collaborate, and create a community we can always come home to. At Lehigh, we are built for tomorrow's challenges. Are you?
Setbacks happen. When they do, all you want is to get back to what you love. We turn setbacks into comebacks. Trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, hits different.
Visit PatriotLeagueStore.com to buy Patriot League Championship apparel and merchandise from your favorite Patriot League school. Back here at Goodman Stadium, I'm Marco Sochi alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes. Penalty flag before the break was a blindside block on Lehigh. Julian Wilson getting called for the flag. That's going to back Lehigh back up all the way to their own 30-yard line. And Lance, this has kind of been a bugaboo with this Lehigh team. Way too many penalty yards, according to head coach Kevin Cahill.
Definitely way too many penalty yards, and that's something as a coach you want to try and limit because that affects the flow of the game. I mean, the 15-yard difference on this play is huge.
And one of the things he always talks about, he says, I can accept penalties when we're being aggressive, just don't want them to be when we're playing stupid. 1st and 10 from the 30. Handoff goes to Yoder, and he is wrapped up by Blomstrom and crew. Naitete Mosean on the tackle as well. Giancarlo Rufo there too.
In that situation, you look at Yoder's a north-south guy, so getting him running east and west is putting him at the will of the defense, and I think that's what you see there. Great penetration by that Georgetown defense.
Naitete Mosean on the tackle, as I mentioned, the reigning Defensive Player of the Week in the Patriot League after that pick six to win it with 12 seconds left. 2nd down, Johnson fake the throw. He's going to tuck it and run right up the middle for the first. Big gain for Hayden Johnson.
Nice read. I'm not sure if this is a design play or if he's going to, but he definitely saw what he wanted to see, and he had Green up front. Nice job.
That's good for Lehigh. 1st down.
If it wasn't designed, it was definitely an option because he just took it right there. He looked up, saw that there was a lane, and he went right up the middle.
Yes, he's such a great athlete.
1st and 10 now from the Lehigh 43. Play fake. Johnson fires. Sideline, it is incomplete. Jamil couldn't bring it in.
Wow.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
And while that wasn't a perfectly placed throw, that's a rare drop by Jamil. Jamil is such a sure-handed receiver. He kind of put that on his inside shoulder on his out, but it's definitely a rare drop by Jamil.
2nd down and 10.
I'll second that. I was getting ready to call it a catch just because it was going to number 9.
Exactly.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Lehigh's going to throw again. Blitz from Georgetown over the middle. Caught by Davino right around the 48. It's going to bring up 3rd and medium.
Yeah, nice read by Hayden Johnson. He took what they had that little slant route by Davino, and he put the ball in a good spot where his receiver could really get the ball.
Brian Lloyd making the tackle, the freshman corner for Georgetown, who has been a revelation for them.
Big down for Georgetown here.
3rd and 5. Georgetown looking to get Lehigh off the field. Johnson going to throw again, looking deep, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Mason Humphrey, but again, Brian Lloyd with the coverage.
Great coverage by Brian Lloyd. He was running stride for stride. You can see on this, he's running stride for stride with Humphrey.
They love Brian Lloyd down in D.C. 6'3", so he's a big frame, but he's also quick. Rob Scarlatta saying for a freshman, he's mature and consistent, 2 things that you rarely get in a freshman DB.
Yeah, no, that's a great find for them.
So the Lehigh punt team is going to come on. Connor Poole going to punt it away for the first time. Hassan Mahassan waiting at the 15. And it is a long punt from Poole. That's going to be in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgetown will take over when we come back. 4:10 to go here in Bethlehem. 7-0 Lehigh in the first quarter. Well, we are back here at Goodman Stadium. A holding call on the return for Georgetown. Late flag came in as we were in break. So Georgetown backed up to the 10, and that is where they take over. Thomas looking to escape the rush. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going deep, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Max McCormick, one of those Georgetown tight ends. He was split out wide that time. He plays a little bit of receiver too. But
yeah, he's such a great athlete. He was able to break the tackle and still make a play down the field. Good job by the Lehigh back end for just staying in coverage. Peltekian stayed right there with him.
That was impressive from Thomas. He looked like he was destined to go down at the 1-yard line. Instead, kept it alive. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Des Thomas, a senior from Houston, Texas. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. Savion Hart picks up
Ball's
a
carried
gain
by
of
number
2.
28, Savion Hart.
Hart, a sophomore from Minneapolis, and he has put together an impressive season. Has been one of the top running backs in the Patriot League behind the group of Yoder and Kenty Edwards and Jaden Green. Savion Hart's been that next guy.
Yeah, he's been great because they have a great offensive line. They're very old, seniors and grad seniors across the front, but Lehigh having that tough defensive line.
Yeah, of course, Lehigh ranking number 3 in the nation in rush defense, so tough to run against them. Thomas back to throw on 3rd down, and it is incomplete.
We see a flag in the end zone.
There is a flag in the end zone. Georgetown wanted one up the field further.
0, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
And there you hear the call from Alexander Randolph. That's going to be a roughing the passer on T.J. Burke. So Georgetown going to stay alive on this drive.
I don't know how that call's made. He's literally in his throw. His throw was affected by the hit.
Keenan Richardson Cook, by the way, was the intended target on the throw.
Yeah, when your throw's affected by the hit, it's hard to be roughing. But the call that was made.
1st and 10 from the Georgetown 26 after the penalty. Thomas fires over the middle, and it is complete. Lehigh saying it is incomplete. In fact, the referee comes in and confirms that it is not a completed pass. It looked like Jimmy Kibble, I should say. He was on Jimmy Kimmel, which is where I was going to go with it. It looked like he hauled it in, but you see that football hit the ground right there.
Great coverage by Luke Denny. He was there in man-to-man coverage, was able to break that up.
Well, Jimmy Kibble has been one of the best receivers in the Patriot League this year, really the last couple years. He's the one who caught that game-winning Hail Mary against Morgan State, and he got on Jimmy Kimmel that week just because he has a similar name to him. Throw on 2nd down, and this time Kibble converts.
As Thomas's second pass is complete to number 13.
They ran a similar route. They kind of had Kibble in a post route. Aiden Singleton on Lehigh's side. Little play action. It just hit him on a post route.
The senior from Leesburg, Virginia.
1st and 10, Georgetown.
Picking up 14 yards there.
With the defense being in cover 3, that was available for that.
Kibble, a 2-time All-Patriot League 2nd teamer. Almost a lock for the 1st team this year. Thomas back to throw on 1st down. Here comes Ahoyski. And it's a sack for Tyler Ahoyski.
Great job by the Lehigh defense there. They took away his first option. That's why he did a pump fake. And Ochowski was able to get in and get the sack.
That is the 5th-and-a-half sack for Tyler Ahoyski. He's going to bring up 2nd and long here. 16, the official number. Lehigh 3rd in the FCS with 27 sacks on the season. And Georgetown has also struggled. They're 110th in the FCS in sacks allowed. That is not a good matchup for the Hoyas. Thomas back to throw on 2nd and long. Here comes the pressure again. Thomas steps up and he's going to make a run for it, but he is tripped up right around the original line of scrimmage, the 44, 43, 44. See where they mark it. It's going to be the 44, so it'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, there was a little bit, there was defensive lineman on Lehigh's side who slipped and fell, but Bryson Edwards stayed right there in his position and was able to make the play. I don't know if they were in a spy route on Thomas because he's such a great athlete.
3rd and 9. Big play here for the Hoyas, looking to keep this drive alive. Thomas going to go deep, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Brock Beestick. Aiden Singleton in coverage. It's going to bring up 4th and 9.
Great job by Singleton. He's one of their top cover guys on Lehigh's team. Aiden Singleton is a tough cover. 5 versus 5. Stride for stride with a pretty good placed ball, though, by Thomas.
And then you see Makai Smith over there playing referee, saying incomplete. First on the scene.
We all do that on defense.
Josh Leff out for the punt. Peltekian back to receive. He's going to let it bounce, catch it off the bounce at the 6-yard line. Peltekian somehow gets out of there. He's at the 25, and he's finally tackled there. Boy, when the ball bounces around the 10-yard line, usually you're taught to let it go, but somehow Nick Peltekian turned it into a gain of almost 20.
He has such great instinct back there. He literally just, he knows, and you look at these cuts he's making on this play. He just has a great eye on returning the ball. That's a special skill.
I tell you, if Lehigh didn't have so many good running backs, maybe Kevin Cahill would try him out there too.
They're definitely deep in that running back position.
1st and 10 for the Mountain Hawks at the 25 as we get close to the end of the first quarter here. Fake handoff. Johnson will keep it. And he gains about 4 on the play.
Hayden Johnson with the carry. Stop
Bring
right
up
for 45.
2nd and 6. Another look at the play.
Great job by Johnson getting upfield. He's a strong runner, and they try to use that as much as possible, especially in today's game.
Second and 6 here. Lehigh does not have to run a play, but they will. And a throw on 2nd down. Back shoulder pass, and it is caught by Mason Humphrey at the 46.
Now that's what you call a catch. He put that ball on the outside. Mason Humphrey just planted. Two hands caught the ball. Great
Phenomenal
job.
grab from Humphrey. What a way to end the first quarter. 7-0 Lehigh after the opening 15. We'll be back for the start of the second here on ESPN Plus. And how about this way to end the first quarter? Mason Humphrey going out and grabbing that back shoulder throw from Hayden Johnson. 17 yards for the first down. As we start the second quarter here in Bethlehem, alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. 1st and 10 for the Mountain Hawks. They hand it off to Jaden Green. And Green, part of that big pile that moves all the way to the 50. Somehow a gain of 4.
Yeah, Green is deceptively strong. I mean, I was calling them the Thunder and Lightning combination, but he definitely has a strength there inside those tackles.
Well, he kind of got lost in those tackles, part of that group, and that's not that hard to do with these guys, Aiden Palmer and Langston Jones. Palmer at 300, 6'4". Langston Jones, 6'3", 325. They are big boys, the senior guards, for this Lehigh team. 2nd down, quick pass play to Feaster, who's got the first, and he's into Georgetown territory.
Really great job, and you can see the Georgetown defense with their hands kind of shrugging on what they see there. Great play action play to Green, and Johnson got it in his hands fast to Feaster and hit him. Really great call.
Feaster has been getting more and more involved. That's his 2nd catch of the day. I asked Kevin Cale about him. He says we pushed hard on his growth lately. He's still learning, but he's a competitor. Says he's always in the hip pocket of Jeffrey Jamil. He said that's a good place for him to be. Always learning from the senior.
Great job by Feaster.
Handoff to Jaden Green on 1st down. And he is tackled right at the line. That's Quincy Briggs coming up from the corner position to make the stop.
Yeah, really nice job by Georgetown in that situation. They got a little penetration, and when you penetrate like that, a guy like Green who's looking for that hole, you can make some good plays like they did.
There's a look at Hayden Johnson's numbers for the day. 6 for 10, 70 yards.
They stayed kind of conservative so far, so interesting to see if they keep that up.
2nd and 10 here. Luke Yoder enters the game at running back. And a fake the carry to him, and the throw over the middle. Marenka can't make the grab. And then it was Quincy Briggs who got a hand in there, but we do have a flag behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, late flag in that area, roughing the passer. And also the defender from Georgetown went down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 53, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
That is Chigozie O.G. Evans who gets called for the penalty for roughing the passer. We'll have another look at it. And that's not good news for Georgetown, but you mentioned it, almost worse news for Georgetown is that Quincy Briggs came up limping on that play.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's a cramp or what.
The trainers are looking at him. You never know when you see a corner start to limp like that, whether you mentioned it's a cramp or could be something like a hamstring. We have no clue, but the junior from Memphis, Tennessee has been such an integral part of this DB group for Georgetown. It's a pretty young DB group. They love the talent they have back there, but Quincy Briggs, one of the leaders, and leads the team with 4 interceptions on the season. Actually ranks 3rd in the nation in interceptions per game. He's tied for 3rd with Mekhi Smith of Lehigh.
Yeah, he kind of limped off after he made the play. He's walking, so they're letting him put pressure on it. So that's a good sign for Georgetown.
Yeah, it looks a little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
But we'll hope that we see him. And you see that Rob Scarlatta made the walk all the way over to the far side to take a look at him. And that's how important a guy like Quincy Briggs is.
Yeah, when you have your leaders like that, it's tough to see them go down. But it's a good sign that he's walking off the field.
Certainly is. We'll be keeping an eye out for number 2 to see if we get him back into the game at any point. But with the roughing the passer penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for Lehigh. Ball at the Georgetown 21. Matt Mahalik in at quarterback. He's going to keep it. Mahalik up the middle, and then he is tackled from behind right around the 15-yard line after a gain of 6.
Yeah, it's funny with the Lehigh team. You know, Johnson's a great athlete, runs the ball well, but Mahalik is just that a little bit better, and he can make people miss. I mean, he's such a strong runner.
Lehigh in the red zone this season, 22 for 32 on touchdowns. That does not include field goals. They have been excellent. 68% coming in. They've already hit once today.
Any offense would love those stats.
Yeah, top 10 in the country. Hand off to Yoder on 2nd and 4, and Yoder has enough for the first, right to the 11. Needed 4 yards, got 4 yards.
Great job with Yoder. And like I was saying from the difference of the other run where he was running east-west, you look here, gets the ball, one cut, boom, up the field. And Yoder's such a strong runner.
Lehigh.
Yoder approaching 1,000 yards on the season, 840 coming into the day, 7 touchdowns. 1st and 10 from the 11 here. Lehigh with 3 wide receivers out to the right. And we are going to get a timeout, Lehigh here.
Lehigh.
We're going to take a break. 11:31 to go here in the second quarter. Lehigh with a 7-0 lead and driving in Georgetown territory.
Kids grow up fast, but with the money you earn from your PenFed checking and savings accounts, you can be there to support them through every stage of life.
I got it. PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, personal growth, and contributions within their communities. The Patriot League places among the NCAA leaders in graduation rates annually, with graduates moving on to serve in all facets of society by using their talents and voices for positive change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
At PenFed Credit Union, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
And we're back here in Bethlehem, 11:31 to go in the first half. Lehigh with a 7-0 lead. Knocking on the door, looking for more. 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 11. And we got some early movement here, so flag coming in.
False start. Offense, number 45. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's going to be against Garrett Guest, the second string tight end.
Game clock operator. Please reset the game clock.
Yeah, you could see him get off the line a little quick. Right before the ball was snapped, he got off a little before.
Yep, right there on the near side. So that will back Lehigh up 5 yards to the 16. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Mountain Hawks. Line to gain is the 1. Johnson fakes the handoff, he'll take it himself. Right up the middle, a big hit. And Johnson stays up strong, taken down at the 6.
Wow, and as a football fan, like you see your quarterbacks these days, they take hits. Like they lower their shoulder, like Johnson's not trying to slide. Tough run by Johnson.
That was Braylon Wise who laid the lick on Johnson.
As a former linebacker, I'd love quarterbacks to do that.
Pickup of 10 on the play, so 2nd and 5 now for Lehigh. Going to hand it off to Yoder. And Luke Yoder is in for the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run for number 6. His 8th of the season.
Nice drive by Lehigh there. Nice handoff to Yoder. Looks, makes one cut, and that's what I like about Yoder. He's literally a one-cut running back. He finds the hole and gets up in it. Great job.
Top 10 in the nation in rush yards, picking up his 8th touchdown. It has been quite the season for the junior as Nick Garrido tacks on the extra point, and Lehigh goes up 14-0 on Georgetown here in the second quarter. We'll be back with more on ESPN Plus.
Brought to you by PetFed. PetFed is an official credit union partner of the Patriot League. Herff Jones. Herff Jones is proud to be the official championship jeweler of the Patriot League and the Patriot League. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Those are some of the scenes from yesterday's Patriot League cross-country championships here at Lehigh. The Army women winning their 3rd straight title. Charlotte Richmond taking the individual prize. And then for the men, it was Navy winning their 5th straight. Justin Mumford of the midshipmen taking home the gold. Kickoff after the Lehigh touchdown, and it is going nowhere. Georgetown with poor starting field position. They're going to take over at the 15.
And we talked about the Lehigh special teams early on because of their rough start this season. Looks like they've gotten those things fixed. They stayed in their lanes and really made a great job covering the kickoff there.
That was legend Bernard on the kickoff return for Georgetown. Big drive for the Hoyas here.
That's not a name written for greatness. Legend.
Legend Bernard. It is one of the better names in college football. The sophomore receiver for Georgetown. So we should hear that name for the next couple years as well. Des Thomas takes the snap, hands it off. Savion Hart right up the middle. Decent gain on first down for Hart. Brings it out to the 20. Yeah, second and 6.
And if you're Georgetown, you're looking to just get something positive. They've had a few 3 and outs. They've had some short drives, and now you want to get your team in a flow to just move the ball.
I asked Rob Scarlato about Savion Hart and his growth. He said it's mostly been the mental part of his game. He said last year came in as a freshman and just thought he could be like he was in high school, faster and stronger than everybody. But he says when you get to college, it doesn't quite work like that, as Des Thomas gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage.
Des Thomas on the RPO play, and Ohowski was able to make a great play. Came off the end.
Ocho, as they call him.
Yes.
Making a stop.
Yeah.
We can call him Ocho again now. At one point, his brown jersey ripped. He was wearing number 47.
Yeah, Ocho's a leader on that defense. You know, he's been such a solid player over the years. This year being his senior year, and he's really a leader on that tough defense that they have.
And we're going to get a timeout, Georgetown. They want to talk things over here. 3rd and 6. It is a big play. Rob Scarlata and his staff, the offensive coordinator, Rob Spence, see what they have drawn up here. And this is, it's not quite do or die time now for Georgetown, but you're kind of starting to feel that this game's getting out of hand if they can't do something on this drive.
Well, and you see the importance of it. They're willing to spend a timeout for this situation. You can see how important this is to them. They know they have to get some sort of points out of this drive.
Rob Spence, the 8th-year offensive coordinator for Georgetown. He was an offensive coordinator at Clemson, at Syracuse before, so he's got plenty of experience. Man, he has really led the transition from Danny Lauder to Des Thomas. Quarterback change that has really drawn a lot of plaudits from all the coaches of the Patriot League. Kevin Cahill even saying you got to give them credit. They've done a really nice job of transitioning from one quarterback to the next when they've got 2 very different skill sets. 3rd and 6. Thomas over the middle for a first down. It is Jimmy Kibble who makes the catch, and he is out near the 30. They're going to mark him at the 31.
And that was a well-spent timeout. It was able to get Thomas in a nice play where he can just sit back, throw the slant route, and hit Kibble in a great spot for that one.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Rob Scarlata mentioned. He said when Des Thomas knows where to go with the ball and he knows the timing, he said everything looks good. He said once you start to get into more complex progressions, that's where he still needs to improve, as that run is going nowhere. That was the backup running back, Jaden Sumter, getting the carry, a sophomore out of Philly.
And he was tackled by the Lehigh player, Jaden Nelson, who is, he gets a little unspoken because of the T.J. Burks, Matt Spatney on that front line. But Jaden Nelson is a tough D tackle. Junior, strong guy.
Jaden Nelson, the junior out of Rosenberg, Texas. Another handoff up the middle. This time it's Savion Hart. He gains 2. Matt Spatney in on the tackle. Will Parton there as well.
Yeah, Matt Spatney is having a phenomenal year. Will Parton as well. I mean, you have those Ocho, you have, Bryson Edwards. Parton doesn't get talked about as much, but he's having a very solid season.
3rd and 8 here for Georgetown. Already converted on 1 3rd and long on this drive. Thomas back to throw. Here comes the Lehigh pressure. Ocho giving chase. Here comes Edwards for the sack out of bounds. Bryson Edwards has been a playmaker all season long for these Mountain Hawks.
Great job by the defense. Like you said, Ocho's putting the pressure on, and then Bryson Edwards just comes out of coverage and comes up like a missile. Great job by him. Really good hit. Great legal hit.
That does not look like it felt too good if you're Des Thomas.
No, he's definitely regretting those choices on that one.
So at 4th and 12, that'll bring out Josh Leff to punt. Nick Peltekian back to receive. He'll make the catch at the 28. Peltekian looking to switch fields. There goes Peltekian across the 50. And he's going to duck out of bounds around the 40, and I think he might have felt a little twinge. He's bent over holding that left hamstring. We'll have more on that when we come back, but a little bit of pause for the Lehigh fans.
Oh, no.
14-0 Mountain Hawks, 7:08 to go here in the first half.
Style in sports, it's a 1-2 punch. Originality, that's style.
Today we're going to be helping style some high schoolers.
We're about to get some style in there with some student athletes. We're going to take these kids to the next level.
They were fire.
You know what I mean? Something different.
Some swag.
Get it.
Under Armour, we here, man.
style is all about a representation of yourself.
If you look good, you feel good, you play good, it goes all in one.
Setbacks happen. When they do, all you want is to get back to what you love. We turn setbacks into comebacks. Trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Thanks to continued support from the Lehigh Valley, Historic Hotel Bethlehem hit the Grand Slam. Voted Best Historic Hotel by USA Today. Thank you, Lehigh Valley. We couldn't have done it without you. As four-time national champions, we are proud to represent Bethlehem and attracting visitors from around the world. Come visit Historic Bethlehem for an authentic historic experience, boutique shopping and dining, and a visit to the Hotel B Ice Cream Parlor for a Penn State Creamery dessert.
At Lehigh, we don't just want to leave our mark on the world. We want to leave the world better than we found it. We envision possibilities and engineer solutions. We think education should be experiential and experimental. We seek out new ways to connect and collaborate and create a community we can always come home to. At Lehigh, we are built for tomorrow's challenges. Are you?
The Patriot League is live on ESPN Plus all season long. Download the ESPN app or go to patriotleague.tv. Back here at Goodman Stadium, Marco Sochi and former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes with you. 1st and 10 for Lehigh after the punt return from Nick Peltekian. They are at the Georgetown 41. Handoff, Luke Yoder up the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Lehigh.
Yeah,
41-yard run for Luke Yoder.
That was pretty easy. They up front, they did the job and opened up a huge hole for Yoder. You look at this, he gets the ball straight and just untouched right up the field.
2nd touchdown of the game for Yoder, his 9th rushing touchdown of the year.
That Lehigh offensive line did a great job.
Usually it is Jaden Green, the one who's running untouched, but Yoder showing off the wheels. Nick Garrido's extra point blocked. Picked up by Georgetown. And that is as far as the return will go.
Yeah, it looked like a low kick there.
So Georgetown getting the block on the PAT, but it is still 20-0 after the 41-yard run from Yoder. First PAT that Garrido has missed this year. Another look at the block.
Oh.
That was a tremendous jump there.
Yeah, great job. He jumped the offensive line.
That's Andres Franquez.
Yeah, Andres really showed some athletic ability there.
The senior from Noonan, Georgia. He just cleared him like he was a hurdler.
Like Troy Palomalu or something. How they used to jump the line of scrimmage like that.
Yeah, the difference is that Franquez weighs 261 pounds.
Exactly.
So Lehigh will get set to kick it off after the touchdown. Mountain Hawks continuing their streak of these dominant starts to games. They did the same thing against Columbia and then Fordham last week. Not as much scoring against the Rams, but still the defense just so strong. It is a short kick and a fair catch called for by, well, one of your favorites, Legend Bernard. We'll give him the official Lance's favorites.
He has to make plays with a name like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah, you can't be on the sideline with a name like that. You have to be making plays.
I'll be seeing plenty of him. He's already kind of worked his way into the rotation at receiver as a sophomore. And there's a lot of seniors in that wide receiver core for Georgetown. Here's a look at the rushing stats for today. Talk about a disparity, 112-30. Oh, we'll tack on a few more here with Savion Hart. Well, one more.
Yes, or maybe not. It's just tough for that Georgetown team in these situations. You know, you have big TJ Burke there in the middle, big number 0. I mean, like I said before, he squats 700 pounds. He's a tough guy to move.
All right, Rob Scarlatta said it. He said if you want to win Patriot League games in November, you've got to run the ball. And this Lehigh team, they're built to run the ball, and they're built to stop them to run.
Yes, exactly.
Thomas, he's going to throw on second down. Kibble makes the catch up against his face mask. And forward progress, we'll have him stopped at the 30.
Nice throw.
Number 13, Jimmy Kibble. Stopped by number
Quick
26,
stop
Bryson
route.
Edwards.
And Bryson Edwards was right there to make the play, though. Thomas made a good read on that one. And I think that goes back to what you said. Like, when he knows where he's throwing the ball, it goes out well.
Kibble always a great target to throw it to. Going to go down as one of the top receivers in Georgetown history. He ranks 4th in receiving yards in the program. 3rd and 5. Sumter in motion out wide. Lehigh going to bring 4. Throw over the middle is caught for the first down. That is the tight end Burt Carroll making the grab.
Yeah, Georgetown did a good job there. They motioned him out, gave it no back situation. And another stop route where it was very easy for Thomas to make that throw.
Number 10 is William Parker. It is good for a Warriors first down.
Well, it'll move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 36 now for Georgetown. Handoff, Sumter makes his way out towards the 40. Nice gain on first down for Jaden Sumter. He'll make it 2nd and 6 now after the gain of 4.
And going back to what you were saying with the code, like, they are committed to the run. They have not had that much success, but they have not given up on the run.
Sumter getting some more run on this drive. It's been mostly Savion Hart to this point. Other handoff to Sumter, and this time he is driven back by Makai Smith, coming up to make the stop.
Yeah, Makai Smith for Lehigh has had a phenomenal year. He's looked very good. Such a strong player.
It was Quentin Joyner who grabbed his leg, and then Makai Smith finished the job.
Yeah, Quentin Joyner down low, and Makai Smith coming in to finish things off. Great job by the Lehigh defense.
3rd and 5 now for Georgetown. Ball at their own 41. Hoy is 3 for 7 on 3rd down so far today. Thomas, low snap, surveying. He's going to roll out to his left. Spatney giving chase. Thomas gets away from him, and he ducks out of bounds right at the line to gain. It's going to depend on the spot. It looks like it's a yard short.
They're moving the chains,
the
but
far side referee has got him marked like 3 yards in front of the near side referee.
Yeah, there seems to be a little confusion with the officials there.
Yeah, now the chains are moving back, and it looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. Here's another look.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like he went out about the 45. It's kind of weird that the far side guy was kind of jumping the lead on that one.
Yeah, Chain Gang got a little ahead of itself. They have to run backwards now. It's going to be 4th and 1. Rob Scarlatta's fired up because he had his personnel out there thinking he had a first down. Now he's going to send the punt team out there. Kevin Cahill on the other side yelling at his guys.
Yeah, Scarlatta's definitely in the ear of the official right there. He's on the field and in his ear.
Yeah, and now they're going to get together and talk things over. I'm not so sure why the far side official took it upon himself to spot the ball when it went out here on the near side.
Yeah, that seems weird. It seems like he kind of jumped ahead of himself, especially with it going out of bounds.
And 4th down.
So what do you think here, Lance? 4th and 1, Georgetown down by 20. They're bringing out the punt team.
Yeah, I yes, because you don't want to go down by 27-28 at halftime.
Left takes a snap, and he's going to kick it away. It is caught by Jamil right around the 15.
Yeah, if Georgetown had shown any sort of signs of something offensively, I think they would have went for it. And also, I think he's a little scared of putting his defense in that situation of giving him the ball there.
And again, it's Jamil back there to return the punt, not Peltekian. Here's a look at what Luke Yoder has done today. 6 rushes, 55 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, you said to me in one of the first breaks of the game, he goes, I haven't seen as much of Luke Yoder out there. I think he took it personally.
Yeah, they heard me. You're so used to a heavy dose of Yoder, so it was interesting to see how they were doing things in the first few series.
All right, well, look, to be fair to you, he's only carried it 6 times. He's just done a lot with that.
Yes.
It is Jaden Green out there to start this drive. 3:01 to go. Lehigh going to look to get another score on the board. And Green is not going anywhere. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
Great job by Georgetown's defense. Again, they get some good penetration. Really made some efforts to change the line of scrimmage, and I think that's where you're successful against the Lehigh offense.
Giancarlo Rufo, the junior from Honolulu, making the stop. One of the 2 captains of this Georgetown team, along with Jimmy Kibble. Rob Scarlatta saying that Giancarlo Rufo is not only is a great football player, but he's just a guy you love to be around. Play fake for Johnson. Rolling out to his right. Now he's going to go deep with it, looking for Jamil, and that ball is incomplete.
Hayden Johnson's pass.
Never actually touched the ground. He made the catch, but he was out of bounds by the time he secured it.
Yeah, he wanted to take that deep route to Humphrey. It wasn't there. Got some pressure on him, and Johnson made the best throw he could, and he kind of shot-putted the ball. That would have been an incredible catch if Jamil was able to make it.
I love Matt Davino there, just holding the ball up for him, helping him out. It's like, you guys are 5 yards out of bounds. I don't think it's going to count. 2:14 to go here in the first half. 3rd and 10 here for Lehigh. Johnson going over the middle, and it is caught by Feaster again.
And
flag comes in late.
Yeah, and that looks like pass interference on Georgetown, but Feaster with such great concentration. Gosh, he's a strong kid. Really great concentration.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. The penalty decline. Results of the play is the first down.
So penalty declined. You called it. It was against Giancarlo Rufo.
Yeah, he was all over Feaster on that play. Feaster did a great job at concentrating and making that catch.
That's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Lehigh with a 20-0 lead and driving here in the second quarter. Back here at Bethlehem out of the 2-minute timeout. Lehigh up 20-0 on Georgetown and looking for more. Alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. 1st and 10, Hayden Johnson going to go right over the middle. He's got Divino for a gain of 5. Make it 4. Bring up 2nd down.
Pass is complete to number 80, Matt Divino.
Lehigh in that 2-minute offense, just trying to get the ball down the field.
Johnson going to throw again. Looking for Divino again, but it's incomplete. Brian Lloyd on the coverage.
Yeah, they've thrown that back shoulder numerous times to numerous different players, so I think they must have saw something on the film throughout the week that was going to be something they could take advantage of.
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 after the incompletion there. Now Lehigh taking their time with the clock stopped. 1:37 to go here in the first half. Jaden Green, the running back. Johnson, quick throw. He's got Feaster, but he's short of the line to gain. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and now it's decision time for Kevin Cahill.
Yeah, short of the line of game, but again, you know, we've been saying Feaster's name a lot. He's become a really good player in this situation. He knows how to find the holes in the defense to settle down, especially when they're in zone.
Well, he came in with 6 catches on the season into this game. That's his 4th today. Still in the first half. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Might be just trying to bring the Hoyas offside, and that is in fact what Lehigh was looking to do. They're going to take a timeout.
They're second. 30 seconds left.
And what do you think? They're going to discuss things now, but you think the punt team's coming on?
Yeah, I would see them punting in this situation. The Georgetown offense hasn't done much, to date that they feel threatened about. So probably Kevin Cahill's just going to punt and just play the half out.
One of the things that Kevin Cahill spoke to me about was putting teams away. He said, we haven't really done enough of that in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. He goes, a lot of times we get off to a good start, and then we take our foot off the gas. And he said it in relation to this Georgetown team and the comebacks that they've had the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and as I was speaking, I was literally saying in my head, just because I'm saying what I'm saying, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here they come. Offense, or no, excuse me, it is a punt team. I saw Mason Humphrey, and I thought maybe we're going to get the offense, but it is Connor Poole who comes out. Hassan Mahassan waiting at the 10 to receive. Poole gets it away, and that's going to roll into the end zone. Very close to being a spectacular punt, but
yeah, he tried to place that in the corner. That was his goal on that situation.
You saw the idea, but Georgetown will get it at the 20.
And if you're Georgetown, you just want to finish this half with something positive. You know that you're giving Lehigh the ball in the second half, so you want to try and finish this with something positive.
Let's go. 47 seconds for the Hoyas. Screen pass to Mahassan. And Mahassan gets into space and gets loose. Big gain on 1st down all the way out to the 40. So a 20-yard gain on the screen pass to Mahassan.
Great job by Georgetown to run that screen. They've tried that screen play numerous times. This is the first time they were able to connect on it.
Thomas back to throw. Pocket collapsing, and Ahoyski will take the sack.
Yeah, Ahoyski was able to make the pressure. He had nothing downfield, so he had to eat the ball and take that sack. Ohowski's having a great day against the offensive line of Georgetown.
It is a veteran offensive line for Georgetown, but they have struggled at times this year.
Please reset the game clock to 26 seconds.
Timeout taken by the Hoyas.
Yeah, after that first screen play, Georgetown was feeling really good about what the situation are in, but that sack kind of set them back.
Look at what Lehigh's been doing. 13 sacks in their last 3 games.
Yeah, well, this Lehigh defense, I was saying it early on, like on all levels of this defense, they have players. So, you know, they get coverage sacks, they get pressure sacks, they get blitz sacks. They just really know how to get after it.
I mean, you look at it, Ahoyski's had 2 today. He's now at 6.5. Spatney's got 5.5. Bryson Edwards with 3.5. TJ Burke with 3. It's guys are all over the place. Jaden Nelson, Dylan Sheehan also have sacks on the season. This Lehigh front 7 is one of the best in the nation. Screen pass, and Jaden Nelson was all over it.
He ate that, man. Jaden Nelson was right there, and he's getting his little dance on right now. Great job by Nelson. He read that and broke off the route.
He was just giving Savion Hart a hug. And that's going to do it for the first half. Lehigh will head into the locker room up 20-0. The Mountain Hawks rolling here in Bethlehem.
At the half, Lehigh 20.
Hi, I'm Paige Messer in the Patriot League studio. It was a great weekend to be surfing through Patriot League games on the ESPN app as we saw several thrillers in all sports. At number 3, Tyler Flynn fires in a low-driven shot to equalize in the 89th.
Nichols ahead to Flynn. Flynn all the way into the box. Flynn Yes! Oh my gosh! Tyler Flynn, with 1:46 remaining, has equalized. The lane just happened to be there for Tyler Flynn.
At number 2, Army forces a 5th set.
Middle.
Oh,
easy to one, and we're going to 5 sets.
The setter just hit from the middle.
Oh, we're
wow,
going to 5
Army.
sets.
Set number 5.
Colgate's probably shaking in their boots.
And at number 1, Georgetown scores yet another fourth quarter game-winning touchdown.
Dietrich fires, and it's going to be intercepted. Here come the Hoyas down the far sideline. Here comes Dietrich to try and stop him, and they are going to do it. And the Hoyas are going to win this game on a pick 6. Unbelievable that time, as getting the interception is Mose, the senior, and the Hoyas are going to win this with 12 seconds left.
Army's win over Colgate was an instant classic, and you can rewatch that match along with the other great contests on the ESPN app or at Patriot League TV. I'll see you back here next week for some more Top 3 Plays.
Get all of ESPN college football all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock with the ESPN Unlimited plan or log in with your TV provider. We are at the half here in Bethlehem, 20-0. Number 7 Lehigh leading Georgetown. Let's take a look at some of the other scores in the Patriot League. Lehigh rival Lafayette up 7-0 at Holy Cross. And in a non-conference matchup, Colgate leading Merrimack 3-0 at home. Coming up later at 2 o'clock, Fordham at Richmond. And that will do it for the Patriot League out-of-town scoreboard. Our game here, number 7 Lehigh up 20-0 on Georgetown. The Patriot League Women's Soccer Championship kicks off with the first round tomorrow on ESPN+. The semifinals will be Wednesday on ESPN+, and the championship game will be on CBS Sports Network at noon on Sunday, November 9th. Log on to PatriotLeague.com for full championship details. Well, we are at the half here between Lehigh and Georgetown. It is a 20-0 Lehigh lead. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this one so far. We got a dressed up, I think that's Clutch. I think that might be him under that ghost costume. Lehigh starting off with a little bit of trickery on 4th and 2. Matt Mahalik lining up under center and going ahead for the first down, and that led to a Jaden Green touchdown run to make it 7-0. Mountain Hawks off to an early start, as they have been a lot of times so far this year. Then Nick Peltekian back returning punts. Unfortunately, he got hurt on a punt return later in this half. He will be out for the second half, but a good return there. Then the Lehigh defense getting in on the action. Tyler Ahoyski with one of his 2 sacks. Eventually that leading to a Luke Yoder touchdown to make it 14-0. Then Luke Yoder said, I can do it from up close. I can do it from far away too. 41-yard touchdown run for Luke Yoder to make it 20-0. And you see the blocked extra point of Nick Dorito there. I kept it at 20 and not 21. I'll take a look at some of the halftime stats in this one so far, and you can see it has been absolute dominance from the number 7 Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Just completely dominating Georgetown. 112 rush yards at 32, 106 pass yards at 58. The Lehigh defense, which has been spectacular all season long, top 5 in all sorts of categories. They've held Georgetown to no points and just 90 yards at the half. One thing that Georgetown has been better at has been the penalties. Lehigh committing 3 penalties for 35 yards. Georgetown 2 for 25. Mountain Hawks with 2 sacks, both of them courtesy of Tyler Ahoyski. And time of possession, which Lehigh has been one of the top teams in all season long in the FCS. 4th in the nation in time of possession. They're actually losing that battle to Georgetown, 15-56 for the Hoyas to lead the way there. Well, that will do it for our halftime stats report here on ESPN Plus. At the half, number 7 Lehigh rolling over Georgetown 20-0, the score here in Bethlehem. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, part of Jefferson Health, is the official sports medicine partner of Lehigh Athletics. Easton Coach. Easton Coach is the official transportation partner of Lehigh Athletics. And Under Armour. Under Armour is the official outfitter of Lehigh Athletics. Well, welcome you back to Goodman Stadium. Second half just about ready to get back underway. Alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. And Lance, a dominant first half for Lehigh. What does Lehigh need to continue to do? And if you're Georgetown, what's the message at the break?
The message in the break is to just try and get something positive. They haven't been able to get any points on the board, and how they've won those last 3 games was being in the game when it came to the fourth quarter. So right now they haven't been able to get anything going. Lehigh getting the ball now, it's going to be important for their defense to make a stop.
And if you're Coach Kevin Cale, you got to be pretty happy with a 20-0 lead. But what are you saying to your guys at the halftime?
They've had missed plays. I mean, they're up 20-0, but they've had missed plays. They've had a blocked field goal. I mean, a blocked extra point. So he had things to coach them up on. So I expect them to be even sharper in this second half. They come out very well in the second half throughout this season.
They really have. They've been a second half team, which is scary to say when they're up 20-0. Get things back underway. Here to start the second half, it is Jaden Green who fields at the 7. Green out near the 30, and that is where he is forced backwards. We'll see where they mark him with forward progress. It's going to be right at the 30-yard line.
Golf is returned by number 0, Jaden Green.
So we got another look at this Lehigh offense. 3 touchdown drives, all 3 scores on the ground. First it was Jaden Green, and then 2 touchdowns from Luke Yoder.
Yeah, and I would expect them to lean hard on the running game in the second half to keep the clock rolling. They're up 20-0. They want to, continue to make progress, continue to put points up, and just finish this game.
112 yards rushing in that first half. Yeah, we got some movement up front. That'll draw the flag.
And drive a head coach crazy.
False start. Offense. Number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That is the senior left guard, Aiden Palmer, drawing the flag. It's not usually him.
Yeah, and he got, they'll get a little antsy. Second half starting, you're ready to, hit somebody.
Palmer, an all Patriot League second teamer last year at tackle and moving inside to guard this year. He's done a fantastic job. First down, quick pass play to Jeffrey Jamil, and he is body slammed to the ground.
Yeah, great grab by Jamil. He definitely got body slammed in that situation. Play action, quick pass, got him and caught him in the air.
Looked like some WWE action there.
Yeah,
Braylon Wise.
9 versus 9.
He was tackled by number 9, Braylon Wise.
In all honesty, he was pretty nice on the tackle in that situation with Jamil being in the air.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 after the gain of 4. Play fake, Johnson back to throw again, going over the middle, and he's got Jamil again, this time for a big play.
Yeah, they ran the play action right there. Ran an RPO fake, and were able to get the ball. You look at the RPO fake they do to Yoder. Jamil is there, and if he hits him in stride and with a great pass, he's still running right now.
Well, either way, it's a first down, ball at the Lehigh 45.
Jamil was a little quiet in the first half, so interesting to see them make an effort to get them the ball.
Hand off to Luke Yoder up the middle. And Yoder's going to gain about 4 or 5 on the play. Jamil did not have a catch in that first half, as you mentioned. So now he's got 2 for 21 yards.
Yeah, with a great player like that, you have to make a concerted effort to get the ball in his hands.
Really has been the Anthony Feaster show. 4 catches, 61 yards for the freshman.
Yeah, Feaster's playing lights out so far.
2nd and 6 here after a 4-yard gain from Yoder. Go right back to him. Yoder getting to the outside, and it picks up the first down, but we do have a flag.
Luke Yoder with the carry.
This may be coming back.
Yeah, and it's in a situation where it's with a pile of offensive linemen and defensive linemen, so good chances of that.
Holding. Offense. number 71. 10-yard penalty on the previous spot, second down.
That is Charles Saska, the sophomore left tackle.
And that will frustrate a head coach to no end. You know, they had the first play where they jumped. Now you're having this. And that's not what you see, you know, that Kevin Cahill wanted to see coming out in the second half.
That's John Caramonico who caused the holding. He was fired up after the play. He knew that it was a flag before the flag even came out. So second and long after the holding call. Design quarterback run to Johnson. He fumbles the ball, but it looks like one of his own guys came up with it.
Yeah, they got lucky there. Ball popped out, and one of his offensive linemen was right there to catch it.
It was caught by Sammy Ayash, the right tackle. Another look at it here. And you can see this play was kind of dead from the start.
Yeah, dead from the start, and Johnson's got to learn to just get down in those situations too.
3rd down and 14.
So 3rd and 14 now for Lehigh. Johnson back to throw on 3rd and long. Going to go short to Jamil. He makes the catch, and he is wrapped up right away. He's going to bring up 4th and long, and we're probably going to see the Lehigh punt team.
To number 9, Jeffrey Jamil.
Brian Allen, the freshman safety, making the stop.
Yeah, that was with the penalty errors that Lehigh saw. You know, that was not the drive that Kevin Cahill wanted to come out of the second half.
So Lehigh punt team out there with Connor Poole. Hassan Mahassan back to receive at the 10. That is over the head of Mahassan. Going to take a bounce at the 8 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. We'll take a break. 10:57 to go here in the 3rd. Lehigh up 20-0.
Kids grow up fast, but with the money you earn from your PenFed checking and savings accounts, you can be there to support them through every stage of life.
I got it. PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, personal growth, and contributions within their communities. The Patriot League places among the NCAA leaders in graduation rates annually, with graduates moving on to serve in all facets of society by using their talents and voices for positive change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
At PenFed Credit Union, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Follow the Patriot League on social, on Instagram, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn, all under the handle at Patriot League. And for more Patriot League content, follow us on TikTok at Patriot League TV. First down run play for Georgetown. And Lehigh has it covered well. Again, of 1 on the play. Alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. And Lance, this Lehigh defense has been absolutely dominant today. Savion Hart has had a fantastic season, but can't really do anything against this Lehigh front.
Yeah, they're making a lot of plays because defensive line from Lehigh is a really good job at re-establishing the line of scrimmage. That time, Jaden Nelson being right there in the middle of it.
Des Thomas back to throw on second down, and it is intercepted. Aiden Singleton takes it to the house. Pick six, Lehigh.
They needed that. Aiden Singleton was one of their top cover guys. Great player.
Aiden Singleton absolutely fired up. His second pick of the season. This one for 6. I spoke to Kevin Cahill about him this week. He said you can see the confidence that he's playing with. A 3-year starter. The growth on him has been incredible.
Yeah, I've gotten to know Aiden Singleton over the years, and actually was talking to his parents before the game. He's a solid player.
Connor Poole on to attempt the extra point. We did get word that Nick Carrito is out for the rest of the game. Got hurt on that blocked kick. But Poole doing the job, putting it through for the extra point. And Lehigh with a 27-0 lead after the pick 6. We were talking about how dominant the defense was. Now they're scoring points.
And we were just talking about also how the offense didn't do what they wanted, and the defense comes out and completely corrects that instantly. So what you didn't get on the offense, we've got quickly from the defense.
The defense, he's only allowed 13 points in the last 11 quarters.
And if you're Georgetown, you were still trying to run the ball, but now this makes you completely one-dimensional. So be ready for Lehigh to pin their ears back.
So essentially, I'm still thinking about what I just said about they've only allowed 13 points. If Lehigh can score another defensive touchdown before they allow one, they're going to go through a stretch of multiple games where they've scored more points than they've given up.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I mean, this defense, it is, I'm telling you, on all levels, they just have guys and real guys that can play this game.
Take off from Poole. It's going to draw a fair catch from Legend Bernard, excuse me. I just had Legend on the mind.
Yeah, this is a tough one from Georgetown. They've been in these games. They've won these last. This is a weird situation for them. They've been in the last 3 games. That's why they were able to win them. And now to be in a game where you're down 4 scores and not in it, this is tough.
1st and 10, Georgetown.
Big drive here for the Hoyas. They're not totally out of it yet, obviously. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd, so plenty of football to be played, but they need to get moving down 27-0. Hand off to Hart. And a gain of 6 on 1st down. Probably his best run of the day.
Yeah, it might have been the team's best run. They were able to get up the field on that one, and I think that possibly is because Lehigh looking for the pass in that situation.
He actually did have a run of 7 yards earlier. That one is going nowhere. A loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that one.
Stopped by number 10, William Parton.
Will Parton just made a nice read there. If you watch this, they run the play. Will Parton just stayed right home, read the offensive lineman, and was able to make the tackle. Might be a little biased, but these linebacker core for Lehigh is very, very solid.
They have been excellent. Lehigh has been awfully close to pitching a shutout the last few weeks. Thomas, he's going to go for the deep ball. He's got Kibble for the big play. Jimmy Kibble, one of the best big play receivers in the conference.
And that was a great throw by Thomas. He sat and just put air under the ball and let Kibble just make a play. Not bad coverage by Davis Rice either. He was right there stride for stride, but just a perfectly placed ball.
Rob Scarlatta compared Jimmy Kibble to Clark Kent and Superman. Says off the field he's the most mild-mannered kid. I get him on the field, he's like Superman. Is that when pinball's around, it's incomplete.
That was very close to another interception. He's got to be careful throwing into coverage like that.
He was looking for Kibble again.
Broken up by Ian Singleton.
Yeah, Kibble was surrounded by about 4 Lehigh defenders, so that's a very bad spot to put the ball.
Singleton was on the coverage, and then he batted it away, bounced off of the chest to Mason Moore, and incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Thomas, design run, and he is tripped up at the 20.
As Thomas is second.
Gain of 6 on the play for Thomas to set up 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, it looks like they were just trying to get some positive yardage on that play.
And we have an injury timeout here as we've got a Hoya offensive lineman down. Looks like Losini Maka, the senior center.
Yeah, it looks like
a staple out there for him.
Yeah, it looks like he got twisted up in the pile, and that's the one thing that's challenging for offensive linemen, someone rolling into their legs.
Here's a look at what Lehigh has done this season. 9th interception of the year, that Aiden Singleton pick 6, the 2nd that they've returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, that defense has really come, and with the pressure they can put on the ball without having to blitz, allows those different defenders to make interceptions.
Here's a look at the Lehigh huddle. Really, they've only given up 1 big play today, and it was on this drive. The big pass play to Jimmy Kibble is a 44-yard pass play. Kibble now with 4 catches for 76 yards.
Yeah, Kibble's a solid receiver. He's done a really good job on getting open today.
8 catches, 115 yards last week. As Maka comes off the field for Georgetown. The senior from Honolulu. I mentioned him and Giancarlo Rufo, another guy from Honolulu, a big Polynesian influence on this Georgetown team.
Yeah, a lot of guys who travel a lot of miles to get there to play at Georgetown.
Well, I asked Rob Scarlotta about it. I said, what's going on? You got a bunch of Hawaiians, a bunch of Polynesian guys. And he goes, we actively look for them. We love the culture that they've brought to Georgetown football. Thomas looking to run. Now he's looking to throw. Dumps it off. He's got his tight end Grimes right around the 1st down marker. It's going to be enough to move the chains.
And that was a great play by Thomas, just being an athlete. He made someone miss and was able to not only make someone miss, he made Parton miss, but also kept his eyes down the field and make the play.
A little bit of freelancing from Des Thomas there. First and 10 from the Lehigh 15. Handoff goes to Sumter, and he is taken down behind from Dylan Sheehan.
Georgetown's had a really solid drive this time, mixing things up and just being creative. Here, just going with a simple RPO and got the ball upfield.
Pickup of about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now. Thomas fakes the handoff. He'll keep it. Looking to throw. Now he's going to run it. Mackay Smith and Will Parton there to make the stop. And eventually he's pushed back.
Flags on the field.
Yeah, right around the 8-yard line. We got a flag on the far side and on the near side here.
Yeah, right around the 12. I'm not sure what that.
Check that, Mackay Smith. Flag on the play.
We'll see what Alexander Randolph has to tell us. I think he's going to have a couple discussions. The flag's literally as far as they can be from each other while being on the same yard line.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So illegal formation will push Georgetown backwards.
Yeah, and that's a tough one for Georgetown because they're having positive plays each time. So to lose yardage like that kind of hurts their momentum.
That'll push them back to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Thomas going to throw on 2nd and 10. Here comes Ahoyski. Look out. 3rd sack of the day for Tyler Ahoyski.
He is having one heck of a day. Wow. He's in his zone. I mean, with the day he's having, they had a tight end left to block him, and it's just a mismatch.
I think Des Thomas is going to have nightmares about number 8 coming to get him.
Yeah, you can't leave a tight end in to block a player like him. It's just a complete mismatch. And I'm assuming in this situation, it's got to be for a 4th-down situation for Georgetown, too.
3rd and 19. Thomas fires. It is caught by Mahassan. Dives forward. He lost the ball. And Lehigh falls on top of it in the end zone.
He might have got, yeah, it looks like he stretched the ball out. And Lehigh has recovered.
The rule of the field is a fumble by the offense.
Trying to score.
So it is a touchback on the field. I'm sure this will be reviewed.
Oh, yeah.
But for right now, it's Lehigh ball. Here's another look.
Nice throw, catch, and play.
The second pass is complete to number 80, Hassan Mahassan.
That ball comes out before
and
going
he's on
across
the arm of the
line.
defender, so that looks like a fumble to me.
2 things to look at. Did that ball ever cross the plane, and was he down?
Yeah, I don't think it crossed the plane because of where it hit, and it looks like he's on the defender, so he's not down yet.
And certainly it's going to help Lehigh that the call on the field was a fumble and a recovery by the defense. We're going to take a break. We'll have the call for you when we come back. 27-0 Mountain Hawks here in the 3rd.
After further review, the rule of the field is upheld. It's a touchback.
So Alexander Randolph making the call. Here's another look at the replay. Hassan Mahassan making the spectacular catch. And then with a costly fumble.
Caught Mason Moore. You can see him bent over with his hands on his head.
He thinks he gave up a touchdown.
Yeah.
DJ Brown says, I've got you. Makai Smith says, I've got you.
Yeah, great job. Great team defense on that one.
So Lehigh will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff to Jaden Green, and he is not going anywhere. Georgetown all over it. John Karamanico first on the scene for the Hoyas.
Yeah, it's been a challenge for Green today to find yardage. That defense from Georgetown has done a good job up front for the most part. They've given up some bigger plays, but they've done a decent job.
2nd and 9 after the gain of 1. That is just got to be heartbreaking for Georgetown. Best drive of the day, big play to Kibble, and ends in a fumble at the goal line. Johnson, here comes the pressure, ducks out of it. Johnson, he's going to run for it and somehow turns that into a gain.
That was a tough play by Johnson. Like you called, he was definitely looked like he was going to be sacked in the background.
And now some extracurriculars as he was letting the Georgetown bench know that they didn't get him.
Yeah. There's a little trash talking going on in that situation. Good job, though, by Johnson. Kept his composure. Didn't get too shook by the pass rush.
Cooper Blomstrom had him dead to rights, basically, and he's not a guy who misses a lot. In fact, Cooper Blomstrom, Rob Scarlatta told me that he gets yelled at every Tuesday when they run the 2-minute drill for hitting the quarterback. Sounds like a guy after your own heart, Lance. Johnson over the middle, and Jamil with another uncharacteristic drop.
What's going on with him today? Wow.
Is incomplete. Intended for number 9, Jeffrey Jamil.
I mean, that hit him right in the hands. Jeffrey Jamil does not drop balls like that, but that's the second or third one he's had like that today.
That was his second bad one. That was arguably even worse than the other one.
Yeah, no, that was definitely, I mean, he's in stride. That was a perfectly thrown ball.
Well, that'll bring up 4th and 6, and Connor Poole and the punt team come out. Mahassan steps up to receive at the 34. Stutter step, and he is taken down right away.
Ooh, Mason Humphrey.
Mason Humphrey on the punt return team, making the tackle.
Needed a timeout.
We're going to take a break. 27-0 Lehigh leads. 3:55 remaining here in the third.
Introducing new Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
Thanks to continued support from the Lehigh Valley, Historic Hotel Bethlehem hit the Grand Slam. Voted Best Historic Hotel by USA Today. Thank you, Lehigh Valley. We couldn't have done it without you. As 4-time national champions, we are proud to represent Bethlehem and attracting visitors from around the world. Come visit Historic Bethlehem for an authentic historic experience, boutique shopping and dining, and a visit to the Hotel B Ice Cream Parlor for a Penn State Creamery dessert.
At Lehigh, we don't just want to leave our mark on the world. We want to leave the world better than we found it. We envision possibilities and engineer solutions. We think education should be experiential and experimental. We seek out new ways to connect and collaborate and create a community we can always come home to. At Lehigh, we are built for tomorrow's challenges. Are you?
Setbacks happen. When they do, all you want is to get back to what you love. We turn setbacks into comebacks. Trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Introducing new Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
And we'll welcome you back to Goodman Stadium. 3:55 to go here in the third. Lehigh with a 27-0 lead. Will be Georgetown ball, 1st and 10 at their own 34. Handoff goes to Savion Hart, and he is taken down in the backfield. Tyler Ahoyski there to make the stop for Lehigh. And again, this Georgetown run game really struggling against the Lehigh front.
I mean, a great play by Ahoyski. He's on the far side of the field lined up and comes down the line of scrimmage and makes the play in the backfield. Really good play.
Mason Moore also there just in case Ahoyski missed him.
Yeah, the defense did a really good job. They held the line of scrimmage and gave the flow of Ahoyski and Mason Moore were able to get in.
A loss of 4 on the run play. So 2nd and 14 now. Thomas, quick throw, complete. And got his man Cohen Sutton. First catch of the day for the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, they just kind of one of those situations where Georgetown's just taking what they're giving him. They gave him that short little stop route.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 after the gain of 5.
Be interesting to see how Lehigh plays this, whether they're going to put any pressure on or just sit back in zone coverage.
Georgetown 5 for 11 on 3rd down so far today. Thomas steps up in the pocket. Still with Thomas, he's going to run for it now, and from behind, he's taken down just short of the line by TJ Burke.
Yeah, that tackle actually pushed him closer to the 1st down.
There's Thomas the second with the carry.
Good job by the Lehigh secondary there. They're able to, that was a cover, almost a coverage sack. But Thomas just being a great athlete, he made people miss. They made Will Parton there kind of stop, stutter step.
Good pocket awareness from Thomas that time, and now 4th and 1, Georgetown.
I think Thomas
go for it.
Thomas really has a bright future. He has such a good athletic ability.
Going to hand it off to Sumter on 4th and 1, and this is going to be close. It looks like he got it on the 2nd effort.
Yeah, the 2nd effort, he definitely was able to move the ball past that line of scrimmage. We're kind of right at the marker.
Number 34, Jaden Sumter.
Here's another look.
He kept fighting. Hard running. Yeah, and then in the O-line was able to give him a little tush push.
Sumter listed at 5'8", 199.
That is good enough for a Georgetown 1st down.
Late 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 45. Fakes the handoff out wide in space. It's Mahassan, and he is taken down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, gain 3, and Mason Moore and Will Parton were both right there to make their play.
Pass is complete to number 80.
Mahassan picked up 20 on a screen pass earlier. Tried to see if they could do it again. This time only get 3, but it is 2nd and 7.
One thing is for sure, when it's a play at the ball, Mason Moore, he arrives with an attitude. He's a tough player.
Handoff goes to Hart. And he'll gain 1 on the play.
Big TJ Burke there. He's such a tough guy to move. Like I was saying earlier, he squats 700 pounds. He's so strong. Splits the double team and just makes the play in the backfield.
I got to tell you, I think we mention that every game, and it never gets old.
No.
I mean, 700 pounds.
I'm watching a game last night, Syracuse, North Carolina, and they're talking about how great it was that North Carolina finally had guys squatting 600 pounds.
Yeah, don't remind me of that game. After 3, the score, Lehigh 27, Georgetown nothing. We head to the 4th here on ESPN+. I welcome you back to Goodman Stadium. And look, Halloween might have been last night, but Tyler Ahoyski, he's been dressed as the boogeyman today. 6 tackles, 3 sacks. He is going to be in Des Thomas's nightmares as he's taken down again.
That one by Matt Spatney.
Matt Spatney, he heard what I was about to say. I didn't even say it yet, and he heard it, which is that Tyler Ahoyski now leads the Patriot League in sacks. It used to be Matt Spatney.
Matt Spatney, he made an inside move, and it's just not able to get stopped by that.
I was just going to talk about how Tyler Ahoyski surpassed him in sacks. Now, that's not going to go down as a sack, but Matt Spatney saying, hey, I can do this too.
Yeah, he knows how to make plays. Spatney's such a tough player.
4th and 7 now. Thomas in a throw on 4th down. Steps up, and Spatney takes him down.
Spatney, and that one's the sack. Very third.
Spatney with the sack. That's now 6.5 for him. He's still 1 behind Ahoyski.
He heard you.
Hit the left tackle with the spin move, or I should say the right tackle with the spin move. Nothing Mosiah Talanoa could do about that.
Yeah, Talanoa's had a tough one today because he's had those matchups against Ohowski and now Spatney, and he's really having a tough time. I think they're using their quickness against him to kind of get past and get those plays. Great job by the defense there.
Lehigh takes over on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 47. Johnson rolls out to his left, sets his feet, and he's got Jamil for the first down and more.
Yeah, you can see, after that drop on that last drive, Kevin Cahill made an effort, and Coach Hunt, to get the ball to Jamil. They know how important he is to this team.
So first down for Lehigh.
He has such a phenomenal career here so far at Lehigh.
Jeffrey Jamil creeping up on 1,000 yards. He should hit it by the end of the year. Handoff, Luke Yoder up the middle. And he is pushed backwards.
And expect Lehigh to be in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage.
Luke Yoder with the carry. Stopped by number 45, Cody Pham. And number 68, Dean Mangiacavallo.
So a gain of 3 on the play for Lehigh. Dean Mangiacavallo making the stop there for Georgetown. They are very excited about him, a freshman defensive tackle. He's already won Patriot League Rookie of the Week once this year. Johnson going to throw here on 2nd down, looking over the middle, and Jamil with the redemption. Touchdown, Lehigh.
Just like that, they found him. Nice post route by Jamil.
5th receiving touchdown of the season for Jamil.
They had plenty of time. Looks like they were in cover 2, and they just literally had the field wide open. Nice post route. Jamil was there.
An absolute dart to Jamil. And that is the 13th passing touchdown for Hayden Johnson. Connor Poole on to attempt the extra point. And he bangs it through to make it 34-0 Lehigh. Number 7 team in the country, flexing its muscle here at home.
Introducing new Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, hits different.
Thanks to continued support from the Lehigh Valley, Historic Hotel Bethlehem hit the Grand Slam. Voted Best Historic Hotel by USA Today. Thank you, Lehigh Valley. We couldn't have done it without you. As 4-time national champions, we are proud to represent Bethlehem and attracting visitors from around the world. Come visit Historic Bethlehem for an authentic historic experience, boutique shopping and dining, and a visit to the Hotel B Ice Cream Parlor for a Penn State Creamery dessert.
At Lehigh, we don't just want to leave our mark on the world. We want to leave the world better than we found it. We envision possibilities and engineer solutions. We think education should be experiential and experimental. We seek out new ways to connect and collaborate and create a community we can always come home to. At Lehigh, we are built for tomorrow's challenges. Are you?
Setbacks happen. When they do, all you want is to get back to what you love. We turn setbacks into comebacks. Trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Hits different.
Take the Patriot League with you wherever you go. Watch live games on ESPN Plus through the ESPN app or PatriotLeague.tv. Back here at Goodman Stadium alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. It is a 34-0 Lehigh lead. That last drive, 3 plays, 47 yards. The touchdown to Jeffrey Jamil from Aiden Johnson, 27 yards for the score. And that is the first passing touchdown for Hayden Johnson in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it was, you could see on that drive, they made a real effort to get Jamil the ball. I think that he had that drop, and it was a costly drop, so they wanted to make sure they got some plays focused on him. And when you have a great player like that, you want to make sure they get in a bit of a flow.
Hey, you think about it, he had a really slow start to the game. He's now got 5 catches for 72 yards and a score. Needed the holder on the kickoff because of the wind. And here's the return. How about this? Big Connor O'Neill, the tight end, takes it all the way out near the 40. I kept waiting for him to just duck out of bounds.
Well, you know, sometimes you get those situations. You have guys back there who do know how to return the ball. Sometimes you do those pooch, get it to a guy who's not a return guy, but a tight end, he knows what to do with the ball in his hands.
Nice little juke right there.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he's had a couple catches before.
Hey, look, Rob Scarlatta said he'd really been impressed with the tight end room. It wasn't expecting it on the kick return. Screen pass out to Mahassan, and he's tripped up after a gain of about 5 or 6.
Thomas II's pass is complete to number 8.
I mean, if you're Georgetown at this situation, at this point in the game, you're just trying to find some way to get points on the board. You came close, you had the fumble, but you just, for your team's sake, you want to get some points on the board.
C.J. Wood made the tackle that time. Second and medium. Thomas looking deep over the middle, and it is caught by Kibble. All the way near the Lehigh 30. Gerard Penwright Jr. making the tackle.
And Lehigh is just, they're sitting back in coverage, in zone coverage there. They got some of their backups in the game now, so you got to look for guys to kind of get comfortable with being out in the field now.
There's the handoff to Hart.
Yeah, at this point in the game, Lehigh is trying to make sure they don't get any injuries going into the next week. So they've now put the backups in on defense.
Excuse me, that was Uday Inaribe who carried the ball, his first carry of the day, the junior from Frisco, Texas. Bring up 2nd and 7 here. Thomas, quick throw, Kibble dropped it.
Wow, and that's a rarity by Kibble.
Yeah, we've seen some uncharacteristic moves from Jamil and Kibble. Kibble, by the way, now 5 receptions for 99 yards on the day.
Third down for Georgetown, which you're assuming is a 4-down situation for them. Up front, Lehigh has some of their big guys back in.
Thomas looking to pass, and that pass was nearly intercepted. Incomplete. They're going to bring up 4th and 7.
Wow, that was a close play in that situation. Talon Dudley. Another one of my bias situations. 44 was my number when I was here. So
Talon Dudley, first action he's seen this year, the sophomore.
Talon Dudley.
I mentioned Kibble, by the way, at 99, and I knew there was something significant to it. 3 straight games that he's been over 100, so looking to make that 4. Georgetown going for it here on 4th and 7. Thomas under pressure, and he is wrapped up and taken down. Talon Dudley, number 44.
Talon Dudley making the play. Speaking into existence. Great job. They got great pressure. Spatney up the middle, and Dudley just coming off and making the play. Really good job by the defense there.
First career sack for him.
Lehigh takes over with the turnover.
Very impressive drive by Lehigh with a mixture of starters and backups in there. They were able to make the plays.
So Lehigh will take over after the turnover on downs. 11 minutes to play, and I can expect the Mountain Hawks to kind of run out the clock here.
Yeah, kind of like before, they're going to just take their time.
I mentioned that Hayden Johnson had 3 interceptions on the season. They came in the first 2 games. It is what he's done since. Just phenomenal numbers, almost 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, no picks in the last 7 games for Johnson.
He definitely settled down after that.
Jaden Green with a pickup of 10.
Yeah, he had an interesting start, and you could tell him, the early games he looked a little uncomfortable, but he's definitely settled down. I think Coach Hunt has done a great job in getting him into flows each and every game.
Yeah, and just Kevin Cale just saying how proud of just the way he has taken this team. And he said, we threw him into the fire last year, and it has really paid off. He said, but last year you always knew that Dante Perry was on the sideline ready to pick him up. This year he's the guy. Mahalik going to run it up the middle. They'll pick up 3. Matt Mahalik.
Matt Mahalik, he's such a great athlete.
Stop by number 20.
And they're just, Lehigh's just trying to take time off the clock and keep the clock rolling.
Mahalik, a sophomore quarterback as well. He played in every game last year as a freshman.
He gets a lot of time, but he has a specific skill set they like to use.
He is their gadget guy. Hayden Johnson back in there now. Crossley going to get the carry. And Aaron Crossley takes it all the way across the line to gain for the first. An 8-yard gain for Aaron Crossley.
And Crossley is another one that's deceptively strong. He gets in between those tackles. He is hard to bring down. He just keeps moving the pile.
Number 99, Khalid Jackson with the stop.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lehigh in Georgetown territory now.
And it was good for Lehigh. First down.
Mountain Hawks have already taken 2 minutes off the clock on this drive. Hand off to Jaden Green. He sees a hole, and Green explodes for a gain of 13.
Yeah, he wasn't seeing those holes early on, but he's getting them now. Nice job. Hand the ball off to Green. He just finds a nice hole and just keeps the ball high and tight and gets some great positive yardage.
I spoke to Kevin Cale, and I said, your offense is a second-half offense. I said, a lot of times you come out a little slow, and then it looks like a completely new team in the second half. And he said, look, a lot of the play calls are the same. He said they go for 2 or 3 yards in the first half, and then it becomes 7 or 8 in the second. He goes, we're just wearing teams down. Fake the handoff. It's going to be Hayden Johnson on the quarterback keeper. Johnson trying to get away with a stiff arm. Bought him a couple extra yards, but a nice gain on first down.
And that was such a good RPO that I was following Crossley with the ball. I didn't even realize Johnson had the ball. Great job. He's a strong kid, too. I think you really got to be impressed by Dan Hunt's calls. The offensive coordinator has done a really good job of calling plays that suit his offense.
That was Chris Martin making the stop for Georgetown. Gain of 6 for Johnson on the ground. Johnson hands it off for Crossley, and he's tackled at the 25 after a gain of 2.
Aaron Crossley
That's
with
a
the carry.
nice tackle by the Georgetown defense. It looked like Crossley had some room there.
Lance, would it shock you if I told you that Lehigh's actually thrown for more yards in this game than they've run for?
Number 6.
That would definitely be shocking.
With the stop.
I just took a look at it, and it kind of took me back.
3rd down and 3.
178 yards passing on the day, 167 rushing.
Yeah, that's definitely shocking because you didn't think that they were really emphasizing the pass as much.
Well, Johnson's only thrown it 21 times, completed 14. Hand off to Crossley, and Crossley picks up the 1st and more. He's down around the 15. It's another Lehigh 1st down.
Aaron Crossley.
Yeah, Lehigh in these situations, they're tough to stop.
It is good for Lehigh. 1st down.
And they're just taking their time, just methodically moving the ball down the field.
Mountain Hawks continue to grind down this Georgetown defense. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, ball on the 16 of Georgetown. Connor Hilling in the game and running back. He'll get a carry. And Hilling plows forward for a few.
Yeah, he showed some strength there. Hilling really ran the ball well.
This is 3rd carry of the year. The junior from Archbald, PA.
They were stopped by number 68, Dean Manjo.
Now, with 5 minutes left in the game, it looks like they're really trying to go into their backups now.
They certainly are.
Derek Morgan's now in at quarterback.
Wow, you beat me to it on the roster. I had to break out the word roster. Derek Morgan seeing his first action.
Freshman.
And Morgan's going to hand it off to Hilling. Lowers the shoulder. He's inside the 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, in this situation, I mean, you have under 5 minutes. You're just trying to let the clock tick. You're assuming you got 3 points locked in from a kick from here. And you're just trying to, if possibly, get that another touchdown on the board.
3rd down and 3.
But most importantly, get out of this game without any injuries. Minus Peltekian.
Morgan, a freshman quarterback, as you mentioned, from Kansas. Handoff to, no, Morgan's going to keep it running towards the corner. He dives for the pylon. Is he in? He is. Touchdown. Derek Morgan, 1st of his career.
That's a great run by the freshman, tiptoeing down the sideline. Nice keep again. I was following Crossley. He just ran the ball tough and, yeah, dove for the pylon. Officials confirmed. Yeah. They'll review this, but that looked like a nice play. Nice play by the freshman. That's important. First touchdown in his college career.
I'll tell you what, that made it 40-0, but if this play stands, that's something he'll never forget.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're going to definitely review that one.
We're going to take a break. We'll have the results of the review when we come back. 40-0 Lehigh as it stands now, 4:21 to go.
the field, but touchdown is up.
Well, so there's a call from Alexander Randolph. Call on the field stands. It is a touchdown. In a moment, Derek Morgan's never going to forget.
That's an important play. That's such a big play for that kid. Freshman year, scoring his first touchdown.
So now it'll be Kanan Kimball who comes on to attempt the extra point. And Kimball puts it through. 41-0. Number 7 Lehigh. An outstanding day for them. 4:21 to go. And we welcome you back to Goodman Stadium. 4:21 to go. It is all Lehigh, literally 41-0. The number 7 Mountain Hawks putting on an absolute dominant display, looking for their first shutout of the season. Alongside former Lehigh linebacker Lance Haynes, I'm Marco Sochi. And Lance, this has been some performance from the brown and white.
Yeah, they had a great day today. It wasn't perfect, but they've definitely gotten the job done. You know, defensive scores, the offense is rolling. So really good job by them.
Here they are, ready to kick it off. And that one is going to go out of the back of the end zone.
The kickers are fired up.
Kickoff by number 95, John Ziff.
Well, that's why John Ziff, who does not typically take the kicks, kicking that one off, and it's going to be a touchback for the Hoya offense, who takes over at the 25.
First and 10 Hoyas.
You know, to have a game like this where you dominate like this, but there's still things you can work on, is ideal for a coach like Kevin Cahill.
Royals will be looking to put some points on the board, and it is the backup quarterback, Jack Johnson, who is into the game. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he had the same situation as Thomas with that screen play.
Number 17.
It's a little tough early on to throw it. He has to get in a little, connection with the wide receivers there.
Johnson, a sophomore from Sandy, Utah.
2nd down and 10.
Rob Scarlatta saying he had a great spring. He actually almost beat Des Thomas out for the number 2 spot. There's a handoff up the middle. And Uribe picks up a nice chunk. It'll be 3rd and short now.
Now it's on this defense here to hold up this shutout. That's what they're focused on right now. Georgetown trying to do the opposite. They want to just get something positive to end the game with, something positive. Ooh, not that.
And that is not positive.
Yep, low snap, and now it leads to a sack. Out
We're
with
going to
the
get a
punt.
flag on the play.
Oh. It's a late flag, too.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. Wonder if somebody said something getting up.
Kevin Cahill has his hands up like, what's going on? I'm not sure what they saw there.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 55, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So unnecessary roughness, the call.
Not sure what they saw there.
Daniel Grudell, the guilty party.
Yes, there's a late play. D lineman knocked him lowered the boom on an offensive lineman.
Quick throw out in the flat. And it is complete.
Yeah, I think everyone's so focused on looking at the play around the ball, what happened there, whether it was roughing the pass or whatever. Didn't even notice that, but clearly a late hit.
Titus Haimuli making the catch from Jack Johnson. Johnson back to throw, and it is complete to Cohen Sutton into Lehigh territory at the 45 for the first down.
Yeah, Georgetown's moving the ball pretty well right now.
11, Cohen Sutton.
Backups versus backups.
Stop by number 17, Ignatius Williams. Result of the play, first down, Georgetown.
Hoyas just looking for some points on this drive. There's a big run, and Uribe down around the 20. Big pickup.
Big pickup, moved the ball down the field. Nice run. Got it straight up the field. Ran through an arm tackle and just kept going.
That'll bring up another 1st and 10. Ball at the Lehigh 21. Gonna go right back to Uribe. And he's taken down after another decent gain. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Georgetown in the red zone when we come back, looking for the first points of the day. It's all Lehigh here in Bethlehem. Two minutes to go here in Bethlehem. Georgetown looking for some points. Number 7, Lehigh. A dominant 41-0 game so far. And there's another big stop Nice screenplay there to Connor O'Neill.
Yeah, nice play by the Lehigh defense. I think Georgetown got a little fancier than they needed to be. They were handing the ball off, getting a lot of positive yards. That play kind of took them a little bit backwards.
That was Luke Denny who made the stop.
Definitely a 4-down situation here for the Hoyas.
3rd and 5 here for Georgetown. Johnson back to throw, has his man over the middle. It is a 1st down. Connor O'Neill again on the play.
Nice play. Little spot up.
Jack Johnson's pass complete to number 85, Connor O'Neill.
Tight end just settled down in the zone. Found an open spot to just settle down. Georgetown just trying to get the right play and not trying to rush it.
Nolan Cohen making the tackle. Son of the head coach of the late Andy Cohen, former head coach here at Lehigh. Johnson fakes the handoff, looking to throw, and he's sacked in the backfield. C.J. Wood.
Great job.
And Georgetown's going to take a timeout. That is sack number 8 of the day for this Lehigh defense.
Just a dominant day by the defense. 8 sacks, interception for a touchdown.
Here's a look at the Patriot League standings. Lehigh tied at the top with Lafayette. Both teams 3-0. Lehigh 46 seconds away from going to 4-0. Georgetown was right behind them at 2-1 in 3rd place. They'll move to 2-2. That's how things have shaken out so far.
And that could lead to one matchup.
Lehigh taking on Holy Cross here at home next week. It's been a slow start for the Crusaders, but they have a very good defense, so you can never count them out.
Yeah, they can definitely play. Going to be an interesting game next week.
Johnson, he's looking end zone, and it is incomplete. Not on the same page with his receiver there. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, and that's a situation you'll get into sometimes with the backups in. They're just not on the same page because they haven't run these routes together.
We mentioned Lehigh's next opponent. Georgetown is going to be back at home to take on Richmond. And then also looking towards the future, Georgetown and Holy Cross, Lehigh's next opponent, they will finish the year at Fenway Park, which would be super cool. Be tuning in for that. Johnson evading the pressure. He's going to take it and run. Johnson all the way to the goal line. Did he get in? No, down at the 1.
That was a great run by Johnson. There's no quitting this kid. Spinning, cutting. And he looked like he was going to be sacked. Ducked out of a sack. Ran through an arm tackle. Ran through another arm tackle. And oof, half-yard line? That's close. Great crowd.
Georgetown's going to take a timeout. They've got the ball inside the 1. And right now the mission is, hey, terrible game, but we're going to walk away with some points.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some points on the board, and Lehigh just trying to hold on to that shutout. You want, in this situation for Georgetown, you just want to find something positive. It's a tough day. You've had a, you're down 41-0. Just want to end this game with something positive.
And if you're Lehigh, the shutout looks nice, but a 9-0 record looks even nicer. The Mountain Hawks just 26 seconds away from going 9-0. With 3 games left in the season, Holy Cross, Colgate, and Lafayette. I know Kevin Cahill would not be happy with me talking about 3 games in advance.
Yeah, he would shake his head at you on that one.
The message is always go 1-0.
Yep.
Fourth and goal here. Johnson back to throw on 4th down, and he spins out of a tackle, throws back in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Wow, that was, I tell you what though, he broke out of a sack that seemed to be a no-brainer sack.
Nolan Cohen almost had him.
Cohen, oh my goodness.
Just bounced right off of him. So Lehigh will take over at the 1.
One play and just end this. Tell you what, that quarterback is definitely a tough one.
And that's it. Will do it, unless Georgetown wants to call timeout, and they won't. Lehigh with a dominant 41-0 win. The number 7 Mountain Hawks moved to 9-0 on the season. They are 4-0 in the Patriot League. Mountain Hawks 9-0 for the first time since 2012. Lehigh's 14-game regular season win streak, the longest in the FCS. And the cherry on top, the first shutout since 2009. Also came against Georgetown, 27-0, the final in that one, 16 years ago.
Wow. Well, a great game. Lehigh can definitely celebrate this. The shutout, moving on to another victory, 8-0.
When you look at what Kevin Cahill has done with this program, I mean, are there even words for it?
No, you're very shocked by this because how the program was. You just weren't expecting this so soon. And then now we have a situation where we won the league last year, or Lehigh won the league last year, and now we're in a situation where they can do it again and also make a run in the playoffs.
Well, the Mountain Hawks, behind a phenomenal defense, pick up their first shutout in 16 years, and behind a lightning quick offense, put up 41 points. I'm Marco Sochi for Lance Haynes. We're saying so long here from Goodman Stadium, where the final score is Lehigh 41, Georgetown 0. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
As the marching 97 plays the Centennial Song.